Hi guys. So if you feel it in your heart and you think you would like to support my channel, go check out the Patreon page down below. Have a wonderful meditation. Thank you.
Are we ready to meditate with Cory? Lay down and get completely comfortable. Close your eyes if you want to close your eyes and listen to the story. With your eyes closed, you can use your imagination and see all the different things I'm talking about in that wonderful mind of yours. Make sure you have your teddy or whatever it is, your favorite toy that you like to cuddle up to when you sleep. And I'll tell you all about a very special story tonight. This story is about one of my friends. It's a secret friend. A friend that you can't really tell anyone about, but they are a very special, special friend. My special friend is called Martina. And Martina, oh, she's so pretty. Martina is a unicorn. She's no ordinary unicorn, not that unicorns could ever be ordinary. They are all so individual, different colors, different sizes. Sometimes they're white with rainbow tails, sometimes they're golden, sometimes they're gray and white and spotted. And they all have very special magical powers. Martina, well, her magical power, the thing that she was known for, was the fact that she was the best gymnast you would ever see. Yes, gymnastics. Martina had been working, enjoying, playing gymnastics since she was a very, very tiny little unicorn. Now she was actually 12 years old. She was very good at gymnastics. Her nickname was 10 out of 10. That's how good she was at gymnastics. People would say, "Hey, it's 10 out of 10." And she'd just giggle and smile. But she was, honestly, super fantastic at gymnastics. Her favorite thing to do was freestyle on the mat. But she could do all sorts of different things. She could do acrobatics, she could do the ball, she could do the ribbons. She especially was very good on the balance beam. You wouldn't think it, would you, with 4 legs? But she was very good. She had this routine where she would go on her front 2 paws and do like a riding, kicking motion with her back 2 paws up in the air. And sometimes she would go on her back 2 paws and do these wonderful arm movements, so graceful and peaceful looking. She barely ever fell off because, like I said, she had been doing gymnastics almost all her life, and she was so good. Whenever she would perform, she would do this amazing smile. And her smile was bigger than her movements sometimes. Her smile was so wonderful to look at. She made everyone happy. She had big, white, perfect teeth. Martina had noticed something that was a little bit upsetting. One of her teeth at the front, somehow, she doesn't know how, it got wiggly. Yes, wiggly, as if it was about to fall out. Now, even though she was 12, Martina had got most of a big person's teeth. But for some strange reason, she still had 1 or 2 baby teeth. One of her baby teeth that was on the right side of her smile was very jiggly and wiggly. But the problem was, Martina was afraid of the dentist. And in the past, whenever she got wiggly teeth, her mom had always taken her to the dentist just to make sure everything was just right and that her teeth that were coming in just right, just to make sure. Because we all have to go to the dentist. But Martina did not like the dentist. She was frightened. For some reason, even though her dentist was very, very nice, it was as if when she got inside the dentist, the smell of the dentist, just the place of the dentist, how it looked inside the dental office, always made her really nervous and scared. So the idea of having to go to the dentist for her wiggly tooth was not a fun idea. She'd been avoiding telling her mum, but when she performed and she did her gymnastics, her wonderful smile, sometimes her tooth would whittle when she'd smile, and she'd whittle the tooth on her lip without even realizing, and she was becoming very, very conscious of her wiggly tooth on the right that was still a baby tooth that needed to come out. Martina had a friend called Lily, and Lily was not afraid of the dentist. Lily had sparkly white, beautiful teeth, just like Martina. And Lily actually loved the dentist. Lily said, "How about when you go to the dentist, I'll go with you?" Martina said, "I'll ask my mum, but I'm sure she'll say that's fine." She finally built up courage to tell her mum that she had a wiggly tooth and it was probably time for the wiggly tooth to come out. It was barely hanging on by a string. It was really ready to come out. And Martina's mum agreed that Lily could come too to keep her company. They were going to the dentist on Thursday morning. Thursday morning came around. Martina had barely slept. They went to pick up Lily on the way, and Lily started to tell Martina about this wonderful thing that she does to help her with the dentist. "It's a breathing exercise," she said. "My mummy taught it me when I was really small, and I do it every time I go to the dentist," said Lily. "I do this thing where I breathe in, and I breathe in for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and I count in my head. And then when I breathe out for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and I count in my head. And what I do is I breathe in and I breathe out the whole time I'm in the dentist chair. And guess what, Martina? It makes me feel calm and safe, and it totally takes my mind off whatever it is that the dentist is doing, even if I have have to have a filling. I've had fillings in the past, said Lily. Too much candy, said Lily. Not enough toothbrushing, said Lily. But even when I had a filling, I wasn't afraid. I was very calm, and I did the breathing exercise all the time. And it works, Martina, it really works. Let's practice. Martina said, okay. Lily said, I'll count first until you get used to it. She said, close your eyes so that you can imagine that you're in a very nice place. A place, your favorite place in the entire world. It could be at the beach, it could be at a fun fair, it could be in your mummy's arms, it could be hugging your daddy, it could be at school playing, it could be riding a horse, it could be eating mac and cheese. She just went on and on and on. And Martina said, okay, I get it. Close your eyes, said Lily. Take a nice deep breath and I'll count. 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath. Breathe out. 2, 3. Breathe in. 2, 3. Breathe out. 2, 3. Breathe in. 2, 3. Breathe out. 2, 3. When you're counting in your head, said Lily, you count 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 2, 3. Breathe out. 2, 3. Lily said, you do that the whole time, Martina, the whole time. And if the dentist talks to you and asks you a question, you can still answer the question, but you get straight back into closing your eyes and imagine that you're in your most favorite place in the entire world, doing your most favorite thing in the entire world, and you breathe and count. You breathe and count. You breathe and count, she said. Okay, got it, said Martina. Will you hold one of my hooves when we go in there? Just in case this doesn't work. It's going to work, said Lily. Trust me. I do it every single time, and I love the dentist. Okay, but just hold my hoof, just in case. Okay, said Lily. Of course, Lily was right. Of course, Martina was much calmer, much more peaceful, and she did exactly what Lily said. She closed her eyes. She imagined that she was in the most perfect place in the world, and she counted 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Until she was finished and the dentist said, okay, you're completely done, Martina. The tooth is out. Oh, she said, I never even felt a thing. Yes, well, I noticed that you were counting, said the dentist. You were counting very good. I noticed that your breathing was very smooth, very timed, very constant. I thought to myself, I bet she's doing some kind of breathing exercise. I was, said Martina. Lily said, it was my idea. I told her to do it, and I told her to visualize that she was in the most perfect place in the entire world. And she did it, and it worked, and everything is perfect, said Lily. Thank you, Lily, said Martina. The following week, Martina had her gymnastics performance, and she smiled. With no wiggly tooth, she smiled so big that probably every single unicorn in the audience watching could see her tooth missing, but she didn't care. She did so good on the mat. She did flips, she did headstands, she did a pike, she did a somersault, she did a front tuck, you name it. She did everything perfect with the biggest, widest, white, toothy smile in the entire world. Now, how cool is that? When you go to the dentist, you're going to have to try doing exactly what Lily and Martina did. If you have the slightest bit of fear over the dentist, make sure that you do it. Make sure that you try it. And I bet you any money that your dentist experience is so much better. Now it's time to relax. Time to start to let yourself get sleepy. Start by relaxing your head into the pillow. Let your head get very, very heavy. Your shoulders, your back, your chest all get sleepy and heavy. Your tummy, your hips, your legs get sleepy and heavy. Your fingers, your arms, your wrists all get very, very heavy and sleepy. Your nose, your eyes, your perfect white smile all get sleepy and heavy. Your ears are sleepy, your mouth and your jaw is sleepy. Completely sleepy and heavy and relaxed. All your bones feel heavy and sleepy. Every single tiny trillions and millions of hairs on your head, a sleepy. Starting to let your body completely relax. Feels really nice to just lay still. Let go of your day. Tomorrow is a new day. Fall to sleep dreaming about wonderful unicorns gliding across the mat. Martina doing her perfect pirouettes, her jumps, her twists. You can fall to sleep imagining you can do just that if you want to. Good night, my little friend. See you tomorrow.